One way a narcissistic person will destroy their loved ones is by failing to care for their loved ones, yet doing it in a way where the narcissist avoids taking all responsibility and passes all the responsibility on to the very person that the narcissist is neglecting. And they don't just come in there and neglect you. That would be too easy. That would be too easy to spot. They come in there and they manipulate you by treating you better than anyone ever has, by raising you up, by being there for you. However, a narcissistic person is only ever going to be there for you when they have something to gain from you. And this gain is usually going to come at some form of a loss to you. A narcissistic parent will be there to spoil, to treat their child so well when they need something from their child. Whether that's to try and make someone feel envious of the narcissist, whether that's so the narcissist can use the child as an excuse to ignore somebody else, whether that's so the narcissist can use the child to neglect another sibling. Whatever it is, a narcissistic person isn't treating their children so well because they love and care for their children. They're treating their children so well because they want something from their children. And when they're not getting what they want from their children, they neglect their children. Yeah, they do it in a way where they blame their children, or they blame the children's other parents for why they are neglecting that child, so that the narcissist can gain sympathetic attention from those around them and get away with their neglectful behaviour. Get people to feel sorry for them, get people to pander to them. So it's very difficult to speak up about what the narcissist is actually doing to their own children. Narcissistic people don't not just neglect their children, they neglect their parents, they neglect their friends, they neglect their family. A narcissist would rather impress a stranger than care for their own family because they're looking for that supply, they're looking for that supply of attention. And if they can punish somebody, they are also looking to punish people. They have a strong desire to hurt those that they claim they care about that aren't serving the narcissist, as the narcissist feels entitled to be served. So if they can punish that person by offering attention elsewhere to get people to question, well, what have I done? Well, what's so good, special about them? To get people to compare themselves against others, so that the narcissist gets people to work harder to please the narcissist. A narcissistic person is going to create so many insecurities within you, and then they're going to validate these insecurities at each and every turn. They're going to provoke feelings of jealousy within you, either by spoiling a sibling and ignoring the other sibling, by flirting with somebody in front of their partner. They're going to go all out to create feelings of jealousy within you. And then when you go to have open communication with them about this, they're going to invalidate your feelings. They're going to accuse you of overreacting, of imagining things, of being too insecure, of having trust issues. They're going to accuse you of being too demanding of them, of not caring about the sibling that they're suddenly being so kind to and so generous to while they're ignoring you. So you're the one that feels like you're asking too much of them, rather than recognise that they are doing it to play with your mind and to neglect you, to get you to conform to their way of thinking, conform to their way of behaving around them, to get what you need from them, but not what you need from them, what they've sold you an illusion of what you need from them. because they're going to raise you up so high. They're going to raise your expectations, and then they're going to accuse you of asking too much from them. A narcissistic person will neglect you emotionally. If you've achieved something within your own right, they're going to discredit this. They might even take the credit for this. If it wasn't for me helping you, you wouldn't have been able to achieve that. A narcissist is not looking for you to do better than them unless they can take the credit for it, because they are envious of people. They want to sabotage people. They don't want to see people do well. If you've had some form of bad news, a narcissist is not going to be emotionally supportive of this, because you're taking the attention away from themselves. So if you've had a bad day at work, they're going to have had one that's far worse than yours has ever been. If you're having a bad moment in time, there's something in the past that they suffered which is far worse than yours, because they don't take responsibility for their own suffering, which, granted, in life we can be the victims of many things, and sometimes our suffering is unfair, it is unjust. However, there are those who take responsibility and question and doubt and blame themselves, and those who are looking to blame all others and to use their pain, their suffering, as an excuse to be who they are and to be vengeful and hurtful towards other people. A narcissist will provoke that insecurity within you, and then when you go to speak to them about this, they're going to validate that insecurity for you so that you question and doubt yourself. When it comes to emotional neglect, a narcissist will taunt you. They will chip away at you about something, and they will keep going. When it comes to bullying, when it comes to intimidation, people can say something out of line that may hurt another person, and it's unintentional, and they can recognise this and they will not do this again to that person. Then somebody can snap, or somebody can just be in a mood for many various reasons. Someone can say something intentionally to hurt another person. And when they do this once, it is just plain mean. It's just mean. But if they just do it once, it is just mean. When they continue to hurt you purposefully, this is bullying. This is destroying you emotionally so that they can feel superior to you. They're wanting to intimidate you, because once they can intimidate you, they can control you. They can get you to step away from events, step away from places. They're not going to be supportive of you. They're going to undermine you. A narcissist will be physically neglectful towards you. Now, parents can accidentally do this. They can accidentally gaslight their own children. A child can stumble and fall, and you might be trying to toughen them up, so you might just turn around and say, come on, jump up, it's not that bad, trying to encourage them, whereas to the child it was that bad. Again, this isn't intentionally to hurt them. This is to try and guide them. Doesn't work with all children. Children are individuals, so we have to learn as a parent what works best for the individual child. When it comes to a narcissistic parent, they will neglect you physically in so many different ways. They will be there for you in the beginning with the hugs and the kisses, and be there to support you at events and to help you out when they believe they can gain admiration from you, when they believe that they can make another person feel resentment towards you, bitterness towards you, when they can triangulate people, when they can get one over on somebody else. However, when they feel like they've got no need for you, they will physically neglect you. You can sit there crying in agony in front of them over the pain they have caused you, and they will just look at you with that little glint in their eye and that smirk on the face and blame you for everything you're going through. Narcissistic people don't take responsibility for what they're going through, but they pass the blame over to you for the things they've put you through. A narcissist will neglect you financially. They will fail to provide for their family. Narcissistic parents will fail to support their children, and they will excuse this by claiming that the other parent is a gold digger just after their money. To get people on the narcissist side, to get people to look badly on the parent who is actually supporting their children. And the more you chase them for the money to support their children, the more the narcissist is going to paint you out to be the bad person. The more the narcissist is going to complain that they can't afford to survive because they've got to pay you, rather than the fact that they're paying to support their own children. A narcissistic person might come in and shower you with financial support, and then they're going to find a way to take that away from you. Whether that's them stopping working and sponging off you, or you stopping working and then them not providing the financial support to you. But they sell it to you in such a way where it seems like such a good idea at the time, that this is going to make life so amazing for you. And what they're wanting is control of the finances, because once they've got control of the finances, they've got control over you. Yet it's going to be incredibly difficult to speak up to them because they're going to invalidate you. A narcissist will ask to borrow money, and then they're not going to give that money back. They gain, you are going to lose. And if you ask for it back, they're going to accuse you of being perfect because you've had to remind them. They're going to claim that they forgot. They'll claim that they'll pay you next week and next week and next week. They'll claim that, well, they thought that you were joint in this and that what's yours is theirs. However, they leave out the part that what's theirs is their own. They're going to accuse you in so many different ways that you feel bad asking them to repay you the money they asked to borrow from you. When it comes to narcissistic people, they're looking to chip away at you until you retaliate towards them in a negative manner. And then when you retaliate towards them, they're going to play the victim to that retaliation, to get you to feel bad, to get you to feel mean, to get you to work harder to make it up to them for the things they're going to do to you or are doing to you, to get it so that you question yourself, doubt yourself, blame yourself, to get it so you excuse their behaviour because they've made you feel bad for your retaliation to them. They're going to turn around and say, what's your problem? Are you having a bad day? Are you losing your mind? So you feel like you're the one that's going crazy due to their neglect of you. But they don't just neglect you. They will shower you with gifts when they want something from you. And it is always a positive gain for the narcissist. They will shower you with gifts because they want to take something from you. They're only going to give if they can take. So they win, you lose. Yet they do it in such a way, they're going to make out that you're the bad person and they're the helpful person. A narcissist will neglect people medically. Now you can have the flip side where a narcissist is going to emotionally, physically, financially neglect you, to sink you, to cause that stress and anxiety and depression within you, which can lead to lots of different psychological and physical health problems. And then they're going to take you to the doctors to get you help and support and get you antidepressants so that they can turn around to those around you about how wonderful they are at helping you out, at being there to support you, and how much they have to put up with your mental health problems. And then you can have the narcissistic person where when you are suffering and need medical attention, they're not interested in you. They withhold the finances so you can't get the medical attention that you need. they look for attention elsewhere and leave you to suffer. There's many a narcissist that doesn't see a problem with their own children, a health problem, a health issue with their own children, because to a narcissist, they're looking for that perfectionism. So for a child to have a simple thing that many children have, such as asthma, this doesn't compute within a narcissist's mind. And if the child has got a medical issue, the narcissist is often going to blame the other parent side of the family, because of course it didn't come from the narcissist DNA, as a narcissist is perfect. Some narcissistic people will take their children for medical to support. However, it's never about the child, it's about the narcissist gaining the sympathetic attention. They take it away from the child and turn it on to themselves, or they neglect the child. They don't show up for medical appointments. They're just not interested in dealing with the nitty-gritty of life. To a narcissist, that's someone else's problem and someone else's fault. When it comes to narcissistic people, they don't just walk in and neglect you. They walk in and raise your expectations. They walk in and treat you so well, and then they slowly neglect you. They withhold attention, affection and support to destroy who you are as a person, so that they can gain exactly what they need from you, exactly what supply they're looking for from you, all while avoiding taking responsibility for their behaviour, and if at all possible, passing that responsibility over to you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, then please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support and understanding in overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to and have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.